Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a good Saturday. So, we are going to talk about momentum swing strategy in trading, and it is basically on my favorite strategy of Larry Corner, who has successfully made this two-period RSI, and it has worked wonderfully for me. So, moving on to that, we need to understand why is stock chart technical analysis important. Technical analysis is a term used to define the process of forecasting future price movements based on the past price movements within stock charts. It is with the help of technical analysis that investors are able to make financial decisions of buying, holding, or selling stocks. The purpose of technical analysis is to help the investors make a more financially sound investment decision. By evaluating the history of stock prices, you get a future reading of what a particular stock would be priced at. By performing stock chart technical analysis mainly, investors are able to determine the support and resistance level. These levels also define the periods of congestion in a stock chart, where the prices of stock fluctuate within a limited range for a long period of time. When you are able to identify these support and resistance levels, you can make better decisions whether to invest in a stock or not. When price break the barrier, it means that the supply demand are in a good state. What can you analyze by technical indicators? Technical indicators are pattern-based signals produced by the price, volume, and or open interest of a security or contract used by traders who follow technical analysis. Instability in the stock prices in the past and present, stock's ability and value compared to overall market, price fluctuation, and stock value before and after important events, history of volume, and trading levels. The most important part is entry and exit timing is very important. Another benefit of a stock chart and technical analysis is that it helps investors time entry points. With the help of technical analysis, you know exactly when to time your action. You're also able to understand demand and supply levels. Now, moving to the favorite indicator for many, I guess, is relative strength index called as RSI. So, what is RSI strength index? Um, it is a momentum indicator used in technical analysis that measures the magnitude of recent price changes to evaluate overbought and oversold. Technically, overbought is above 70 and oversold is below 30. That is for RSI period for 14. Conditions in the price of a stock or other asset. The RSI is displaced as an oscillator and can have a reading from 0 to 100. So it was famously developed by J. Weller Wilder Jr. and introduced in the seminal 1978 book. And the book I think I have added in my drive link, which you all can read. So this is basically a chart of overbought and oversold zones for standard 14 period RSI. As I said, more than 70 it is overbought and below 30 it is oversold. So this is a indicator over here. And so how to trade using Larry Corner's two period RSI for short term strategies. This basic strategy is for a period of 5 to 10 days. Typically, we achieve a target in 5 to 7 days. The contents which we will be talking is the Corners RSI indicator, the Corners RSI based performance, the Corners RSI pullback strategy rules, the rules and characteristics of the strategy, the roles of exit, and test results. Also for option traders, trading options using the Corners RSI. So my question is why many will ask like why two period RSI? Why not 14? See, most traders use the 14 period RSI. However, when you shorten the time frame, you start seeing some very impressive results. Most research show that the most robust and consistent results are obtained by using the shorter look back periods, makes the RSI more effective in predicting short-term price movements. Wilder himself believed that 14-period RSI was the ideal look back and shorter time frame may be more effective. So this is the formula for RSI, and you can actually calculate your own by adding the period and getting the price action. So what is oversold and overbought for 2-period RSI? For 14, we know it is 17 and 30, but here it changes because changing the number of periods also has an effect on the RSI levels that best identify overbought and oversold conditions. However, Corner's 2-period RSI in this oversold is below 10 and overbought is above 90. I will take you through how we actually trade in this, but you have to remember if you're going to use 2-period RSI, 90 and 10 are the levels. So for an example, we are having a favorite stock, HDFC Bank. This here we have, I have to tell you by, so here we are, this is March below. The orange circles are all oversold zones and the blue circles are overbought. So here we were when the price action actually was dropping in March. This was overbought over here when it had a little pullback, and you can see this these dotted lines is 90 level and this dotted line is 10. So it went above 90. Here we can sell, we can short it, and the exit strategy for this will be when RSI goes below 40. Remember, the exit strategy has to be below 40. So in that you can maximize your profit. At times it can go below 10 also, but I personally exit at 40. This is the oversold zone. It was here consistent. So, and we are using a day chart. Remember this strategy I have tested in 15 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week. The best results are found in 1 day. So I use 1 day as a short-term strategy and it gives result which we will be coming to the test performance in the later slides. So here it is oversold and here is where you can buy, and you see it goes above and it crosses above 50. So here you can exit. You make good profit. You enter somewhere around 840 and you are exiting somewhere at 880 plus. So that is a good profit. Again, it has a drop, which we have seen over here. We will not be exactly capturing every drop, but it will be giving very accurate signals if we consistently follow some stocks. For selecting stocks also, I have a slide future what are the rules for it. So you can see over here, it is overbought and we sell it and it goes significantly down and we exit again below 40. Over here, I'm not exiting. See, it's 50. So I have to exit below 40. That is my risk taking appetite. I have to get the maximum profit out. So you can check all the blue signals over here and you can test it yourself. You will be getting accurate signals in HDFC. I have not seen any error in HDFC. All the oversold zones you buy here and you're getting 5 to 6% on 5 days trading or 4 days trading. Over here it is oversold, it goes up and it gives you around 30 rupees. It can be also applied on Nifty and Bank Nifty. So here we are at March low and you can see over here it's the same level we buy and it goes up the next day, it goes up above 50 and probably you can exit, but then again it has a pullback, doesn't give a buy signal, we wait, it goes up and here is a sell signal, a very good sell signal. For option writers, this is a very good indicator to sell a call option. I don't prefer buying a call naked call option, but here you can actually sell a call option and take it forward for next few trading days. Talking about errors, what are errors in this? You can see the black circles. I have marked two black circles which I found error in Bank Nifty over March till now. You see this black circle, how we identify we have to exit a error position. So error position, if it goes down below 90, but then again it reverses and touches 90, that is your stop loss because it has to go down. If it is going below 90, reverses from maybe 85 again to 90, you have to exit the position and you have to again wait for going for it to touch above 90. So here again if there is a sell position. So fortunately, here it didn't cross much, but it can. So from here, if it was black signal and it went to 90, it could have gone maybe 300 points up and then given a sell signal. But it was consolidating over here. So we are going to sell again at the blue signal and going to wait for it to come below 40. You can exit at 30, 20, 40, 30, 20 is the exit strategy for 2 period RSI. This is again false signal, black dot. Sorry, this has been marked blue. This has to be black. So here we bought it, but it didn't cross 10. It came back again below 10. So that is your stop loss. So we can see over here we are having an accuracy of more than 90%, which is very good because you can actually make good profits just by a period of 4 to 5 days. This is an example of Bandhan Bank. It's a similar pattern. You can check all the blue dots over bought zone, and we are going to sell at every point and we are getting good results. So here again you can see a black, this is a black. I would have bought here definitely, but it went up. Here it is probably 20 RSI, but it didn't go to 40, 50. My exit strategy will be above 50, but it came down again and it hit my stop loss. So it's a pretty clear chart. You can see it and you can try on your own Bank Nifty or any stock. The conditions of the stock will be moving forward. This is Bharti Airtel, has given pretty neat signals. Every signal is accurate. Overbought, we sell here and exit below 40. Overs Oversold, we buy here and exit above 50 or 60. You can go to 50, 60, 70 or 80 as your exit strategy. If you're good at trailing, you can do trailing. Don't exit, panic and exit that you have made 3 4 rupees of profit and it has reached only 25 RSI, but you will be getting good results if you can wait patiently. So sell signal, all these blue dots are sell signal and all these orange are buy signals. We are not talking about here a long-term investment. This strategy is only for swing traders who want to swing between 3 to 5 days, 7 days, and want to make money and are active traders on this. So, what are the three components important to follow? First is price momentum, which is overbought and oversold, which I have marked and showed you. Then duration of up and down trend. Longer the downtrend streak of previous 3 days closing, lower than each is likely to bounce when it reverses the mean. It means if it is falling continuously for 3 days. There is a 3 day rule and there is a very famous book on it. If it falls consecutively for 3 days, it is likely to bounce and it will revert the mean because then it will go in the oversold category. Likewise, longer duration upstream result in larger moves down when the stock mean reverse. Mean reverse is a standard deviation reversion. Third point is relative magnitude of price change. The final component is the size of today's price change in relation to previous price changes. Compared to a look back of period 20 days to determine the price change if the value is greater or lesser in percentile. So what it means is, let's say in 20 days it has given a 7% rise and you are selling it. So we cannot expect it to fall 10% or 12%. For us, a price change and exit strategy has to be according to the average of last 20 days, and that is exactly what you will see in two period RSI because it is just a swing trade. Now, these are the indicator rules. With any indicator that you use in your trading, it is helpful to know how the indicator behaves. These are the following characteristics that makes the strategy very robust. You have to follow the rules to make it work. You have to see first, don't enter any stock which does not has more than 200 days of trading data available. It does not has to be a new IPO or a random stock. Average daily volume over the past 21 days of at least 2 lakh shares per day. So we cannot go where there's no volume, like there are 80,000 shares exchanged per day. So the strategy will not work in that. It has to be in a high liquidity stock. The stocks 10, third point is the stocks 10-day average directional index, ADX, which we see, which we can use as an indicator, is above 30. Fourth, the stock must be large cap or mid cap. Penny stocks don't apply in this RSI strategy. Fifth, must be a highly liquid stock, which I have told you it has needs to have more than 2 lakh shares trading per day. Sixth, confirm the strength of the recent trend. So let's say we are buying whenever it goes below 10. So we have to see, has the stock has been trending upward? Does it has a strength if we even buy from there and not to have an error, to avoid error? So we need to understand the strength of the recent trend. Seventh, exit the position when the stock closes above 60, 70, 80, 90 and selling below 30, 40, 20, 10. You can exit below 40, which will also give you good profit because it's a volatile market and we need to start booking or start trailing our profits. Eighth, identify a basic pullback, a significant sell-off measured as a percentage of gain of previous 5 days and 20 days, which I told you you have to see the previous 20 days and 5 days if your strategy is very short term. Now, how do option strategy works in two period RSI? It does work. I personally don't prefer to buy. Selling makes it better because we are in a bearish market. Sudden crash does happen. For me, if I have to buy, I will probably buy a stock or a future. If I have to go long, you can buy a call option. But for me, as I said, I prefer selling. So we will now focus on applying option trading to the short-term market moves we have just learned. Okay, here is what based on data. First, the majority of the moves from entry to exit have been held a very short period of 2 to 7 trading days. You can get your target even the next day, which I have seen. So exit, you don't have to keep it for 5 days. If you get your target, you have to exit. Second point, the average gains per day have been large and on selling a high percentage of the moves have been correct. Third, typically RSI above 90 call options strike. You have to sell the OTM strike price, which is actually good. Let's say if HDFC is trading at 1100 and it has reached above 90 RSI on 2 period RSI. So I will prefer selling 1150 or 1200 and wait for my returns. It's a good strategy to sell on daily chart pattern. Please don't use 15 minutes or 1 hour. Use daily and it's a carryover. Vice versa, 2 period RSI below 10 call option is a buy in the money. The strategy is to buy front month in the money calls. Why in the money long calls? Because they will move closer to the stock itself. So in the money is safer if you want to buy a call option. And the close on option moves with the stock, the greater the gain will be. The role of exit. You don't make or lose money until you exit the trade. So we say no, बहुत लालच नहीं करना चाहिए आपको. You have to exit when you are getting the profit and not wait for higher profits if it has crossed the important rule which is above 60 or 50. So having a precise quantified exit method is crucial to generate predictable returns. Often heard exit when you feel like you have made enough money, which I've heard like from a lot of people. It is not helpful. You will uh, shorten your profits and longer your losses, because when it is in loss, people do tend to hold thinking that it will rise up, but they exit very soon when they see profit. So risk reward ratio you do have to calculate. The strictness of exit rule keeps you in your trade longer, giving the stock more time to experience the mean reversion behavior. Hence, exit strategy is very simple. Corners RSI, which is a two-period RSI, is just not a great indicator, but also reliable to measure the degree to capture the mean reverting price bounce. Mean reverting is after it goes above 90, it reverts. And you can also add an indicator of momentum, which shows a very good mean reversion. Exit value of RSI between 50 to 80 are the most effective. So let's talk about returns on strategy. So if you buy at zero, you will be making 2.28% from there. It goes to 5, another 1.18%, 10, another 0.56. So this keeps adding. So let's say I exit at 50, my total calculation will be all together adding this plus 50. So I'll be roughly making 5%, which is a great return for 5 days, 2 days, or 7 days. And vice versa, if you sell at 90 or 95, you will be getting this much returns in the opposite directions. The returns can be more or less. We are not exactly aiming for 5%, but we do get handsome returns if it is a very volatile market. And if you sell at 90 and let's say the market crashes next day and it is down by 6, 7, 8% in a day. So that's a great return. And what if the market opens, Nifty opens 2% up? So you will be getting a great return over there. So this is my two-period corners RSI, and I hope Nitesh is online. Nitesh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
So if you are a swing trader, currently the market has been very volatile and it has been sideways. At times, Nifty is at 11,000, goes to 11,200 and then falls back. So two-period RSI on a 5-day trading basis, because weekly we are seeing the changes. So it is very effective. It is very effective even before COVID. So this is your um, trading strategy. I hope you try it and you can make profit and happy trading. So Nitesh, if you have any questions,
Yeah, I would like to request every attendees, if you have question related to this topic, you can write down your questions in the question answer box.
I will open some charts so that if they have to, I'll open HDFC. So if they have to relate to some query on this.
Okay, okay. Yeah, there is one question. What is the moving average line you are using?
So the moving average is 50. Since I am trading on short-term 5 to 7 days trading basis, so I'm not using 200 EMA. This is 50 EMA. This is just to, as I wrote in one of the rules, we have to understand the trend. You can see in this HDFC here above the orange line, the trend was towards upward, but we got pretty much sell positions over here. So we have to understand the trend when it is going below. So it's a 50 exponential moving average. And below
Okay,
you can,
moving. Okay, you may please.
and the green lines are volume. Volume will help you understand how many shares have been trading per day.
Okay, so moving on to next question. Why is Coal India not moving up even after RSI has fallen down?
That is basically due to external events. But from here, I don't see further correction. Um, Government has it will be coming up. See, sometimes if there is a external event that the company has defaulted a loan, or the CEO has done some scam, or he went to jail like DHFL. Um, so you can have some external events, but Coal India has broken 52-week low. That was the stop loss, and you have to also, as I said in one of the slides, you have to understand the support and resistance. So support and resistance comes if it breaks the 52-week low. That is a good time to exit and book your loss, so that if there is a stability as per 3-day rule, it consolidates and it is not going down, then you can buy again.
Okay, okay. Moving on to next question. If we enter at RSI 10 and below, what shall be the stop loss for the trade, and for the maximize the profit, we need to be in FUT, I guess.
Future. Yeah. So as I said, when I was showing black dot, let me show, okay, this is Bank Nifty. So here, no, probably this is not. So yeah. So we are at Bandhan Bank, and you can see over here, this was a buy zone as per indicator down. One second. Let this. So as per indicator, this black dot was a buy, but your stop loss will be if the RSI is not moving towards your exit strategy, which is above 50. Here it moved towards 15, 20, but then it reversed again at 10. So at 10, you book your stop loss. So you buy below 10, but if it goes till maybe 15, 20 and goes again at 10, so you will book your stop loss. But if you see you book your stop loss over here, you will be exiting at cost to cost, which is not very high. You will hardly see that it goes till 30 and then reverses, but you can always trail. So your stop loss is it if it hit backs again at 10, or if you're selling above 90 and it comes till 80 and again goes back to 90, so your stop loss will be 90.
Okay, so next question. Does the RSI error can be avoided without stop loss hit?
Well, any strategy in the world is not 100% effective. If that was the case, it will find error in few days, because you have to see the risk reward over here. As you can go and check on every chart, find your errors on your own and mark them and see what is the stop loss. Like over here, there is a black circle. We bought over here. This is the black circle. But we probably bought at 420, and it went up till 430, but then it again came back to 420, which is when it was touching again to 10. So you're exiting cost to cost. You won't be booking a big loss with this strategy because you are buying at oversold category. So the errors cannot be avoided because no strategy is 100% successful, but this strategy has more success rate because we are working on shorter time frame. RSI 14 is more of a momentum showing a long term strategy for the stock. This is more effective on shorter time frame, which is our again swing trading.
Okay, so moving on to next question. Uh, in trending market, does this strategy works? Because in either direction, RSI is bounded between 0 to 100.
It does work. You can see it yourself. It has given um, I can count one, two, three, four, five, six, seven signals in past 6 months. This is just one stock. You'll be getting that in multiple stocks. So it does work. It has given about eight sell signals. Again, we are not trying to capture the ultimate 1 month or 20 days goal. This is just a 5 day um, strategy. So in 5 days, what you can make is 4 to 5%, and that's what I try to give on my tweets. And then we hit stop loss, and that is the error. But it does work if you are just doing swing trade. You will be missing many signals, but important is what is the accurate signal and what is following the rules. If you follow the rules, you will be minimizing your loss. You will be understanding the strategy much better. So it has to check every rule which I have written. This slide share I will be sharing. It is recorded as well. So you can write down the rules. You can see volume trading per day. You can see if the stock is moving above. You can sell over there or you can buy. And again, calculate your stop loss when it hits 10.
Okay, I request everyone, if you guys have any questions related to this topic, you can write down in the question box. There is one question. Can you
Hmm.
please repeat the strategy again in a
Okay,
shorter period?
in a shorter. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is Larry Connors. He's a very famous banker and the strategist. He has worked on the RSI. RSI, everybody has followed different time frame, 8, 14, 20, whatever has worked. This is for a shorter time frame. So our target is not for 15 days or 20 days. This is between strictly 2 to 7 days. Your target can be achieved in 1 day. So it's a short-term strategy. It means we are using the RSI 2 period. You set your settings in RSI as 2 close, and you set the bars as inputs as 90 and 10 so that you can understand whenever it goes above 90 and whenever it goes below 10. So whenever it touches 10 or below 10, you can buy, which is a buy signal. All the orange circles are the buy signals, and above 90 are the sell signals. The rules are there in the slides forward. You can read them and understand. I can repeat the rules again. Simple. It has to be you need the data of 200 days of trading data available because strictly we are using 1 day chart time frame. We are not using 1 hour, 15 minutes. The strategy is for 1 day chart time frame, and the strategy to exit is between 7 days. That is 7 trading days. Average daily volume has to be 2000 shares, sorry, 2 lakh shares per day. In the past 21 days, um, any stock which is, trading at 50,000 or 20,000 or, very less volume, that is, it will not work in that because you need volume to move up. If you need volume to come down, it's very simple. You set a ADX, it has to be above 30, works more on large cap or mid cap. Penny stocks do not apply. Liquidity, you need to find a liquid stock that is high volume. You have to confirm the strength of the recent trend and exit the positions at 60, 70, 80, 90 and selling below 30, 20, 10.
Okay. Can we use any other indicator which can be used with RSI?
Yes, we are using a momentum and we are using volume because you need volume. We are using the rules. When you are following one strategy, it is said it is a golden rule. Follow one indicator when you are trading. If you mix it with, uh, Bollinger, MCAD, you mix with multiple signals, you will be just confused. But if you just follow the characteristics of one indicator and stick to that, your accuracy will be much higher. So in this, there is trend, support, resistance, volume. That is enough of the indicators which you can follow. So you need to check the volume, you need to check the trend, and you need to check the RSI. Follow the 9 rules which I have written.
Can you also share few stocks which follow this strategy perfectly?
I have added 4 slides. This is one Bharti Airtel, um, Bandhan Bank, Bank Nifty. It works on Nifty, HDFC. So why I've selected these because they are high volume stocks. You cannot select, a stock which does not has high volume. So I have shared few. I can share more on Twitter. You can request me which stock you want, and I can make the same slide and show you the errors and show you the success rate.
Yeah. People are asking about your Telegram ID or Telegram channel. So please share with
You
them.
can Yeah, you can message me on Twitter. My number is shared on Twitter. My email is shared on my bio. It's open. You can contact me. I am free on weekends. On weekdays, please call me after 4 p.m.
Yeah. Okay. So that's all for Q&A session. Anything from your side, ma'am, for attendees?
I am very
Any last
delighted
few words?
that has given me a chance. This is my first webinar, and I haven't conducted any webinar till now. Um, my followers have been asking, and you have given me a chance. Thank you so much for that. And I hope people have benefit from this. And if you have any queries on this stock, any stock or on the strategy, I can share more details and the reasoning. There is more technical side to it where there is the calculation, which if algo traders want to know, I can share it with them and we can, exchange ideas.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you for sharing the great knowledge with us and all the attendees. If it's possible that you can share your details on the slide.
I haven't, one second, I haven't entered, but let me just add it. I will just add my, so this is my contact number. It's pretty easy. 888 4444 039. My email is sapna@finbird.in. Finbird is my company, and you can email me or message me or call me, as I have given the timings. Weekdays after 4, weekends you can call me between 10 to 8.
Okay. So if you guys have any query related to this topic, you can directly call on this number, which is 888 4444 039, and also you can write down at sapna@finbird.in.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
and
welcome,
thank you,
ma'am. Yeah,
Spider Academy. Thank you.
yeah. Thank you for joining with us, and that's all for today's webinar. Thank you.